Welcome back, viewers, to Barlynaland. Barlynaland is recorded in front of a live studio audience. Previously on Barlynaland, we took a look at new spawn after we moved it from Melon Falls to above an ocean to try to improve the passive mob spawn rates, and we puttered around and I think fell out of the sky and fun was had. Today I'm really excited to show you something that I've been working on. It's not this. This is just the portals in the nether hub. But what I want to show you does involve portals. Certain portal configuration anyway. That improves long distance flying. With the convenience of not having to land. And I call them Transwarp conduits to keep with the nether advancement that you get when you take advantage of the coordinate conversion going from the overworld to the nether. So we will use that combined with the wide open space above the nether and portals, like I mentioned, and cobwebs, and the elytra. Have I piqued your interest yet? I haven't gathered any of the resources, but I have built this in a creative world. So I will need to kind of collect all the resources that we'll need. We're going to need stuff to bust some bedrock. So let's go build one. So I'm here at spawn in front of our nether hub, and the first thing that we're going to need to do is find a spot for these things. Hey buddy, you can die, or I'll let the sun take care of you. Missed. Missed. Oh, I'm sure I would have gotten him that time. Okay, so we used to have an elytra launcher at spawn, and that used to be up on that hill. So I think that would be a pretty good place to have this new thing. So we're going to take a trip up here and take a look at what we have. Woo! Whoa! Oh no. Crap. I still have jump boost. Is it gonna run out? Oh, it just did. Where's the gate? No gate. Okay. So this is a nice spot here. It's far away from other portals that might be around here. Definitely far away from the main nether portal. So it's going to be built up in the sky. So we need to find the coordinates of the center of this thing. So we're going to say approximately minus 125 by minus 26. Yeah, that sounds right. So if we take those coordinates in the overworld and divide them by 8, we get minus 15 and minus 3. Those are the corresponding coordinates in the nether. Now what we need to do is start building. So I've got a bunch of blocks. I've marked that spot there with a mushroom. So we'll be going up to 139. So at 139, looking at, so we're looking at 138. At 139, actually I'll go one more up. So this is the center of our contraption. One thing to take note of now is which way you're facing, because it will matter the direction that we build this thing. So I'm looking at towards positive Z. So we'll say positives. Actually, which way is the? You know what? It should be this way. So we'll go negative X. So we'll be in the X-axis. So looking at 139, this is where we're going to start building this thing. So I'll put 2 obsidian blocks here, and we're going 5 wide. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and 1, 2. So basically what we're doing is we're building a portal. 2 portals, in fact. So I'll just keep building these here. Turn this off so I can see what I'm doing. Crap. Get rid of that one. There we go. And keep building down this way. Down this way. And eventually we're going to get to a point where we won't be able to build anymore because we will be near the bedrock. So I'll leave some space there so that we can actually build the bedrock breaking contraptions later. There we go. Yeah, so I can reach there eventually. So that's the direction it's going to face, and that's kind of where it's going to be. So the next step is I'll go build the full portal so you can see what the size is in the overworld. Okay, back in the overworld, and we're looking for the same top. So make sure that we're facing the right way. So we said we were in the X coordinate, right? So this is kind of the way that we'll be facing. And we want to go up to 139. So let's pillar up to 139. And there we go. And then I'll get some more obsidian out because we're going to need some tons. Leave that there. Get some obsidian. All right. So same thing. Make sure we're facing X, and we'll put one over here and one over here. And same thing. These will be 5 wide. So that's the top. There we go. And I think to make this easier, I'll just kind of fly down here, or gracefully fall. And we're going from 139 and we're going all the way down to 117. So I'm looking at this block here is 117. We're right below this one. So this is exactly where we want to be. So that's right there. So we'll go 5 across here. And we're going all the way up that way. So I'll just pillar up with obsidian. And we're going to have a problem once we get up here. Yep. Get some of this, kind of get out of the way. And finish this off like so. And I will gracefully fall again. Oh, I landed that time. And pillar up this side. So I'll finish this and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, there we go. All done. And we'll wait for this cloud to pass. You can see how tall this is. So this is 23 blocks tall. It's the maximum height a portal can be. And there'll be 3 wide. And that is wide enough so that you can kind of hit it while you're flying, and you won't hit into the obsidian. You could make them wider if you want, but the wider you make them, the more bedrock you have to bust. So speaking of bedrock, let's go bust some bedrock. All right, back in the nether. Got this little setup here. I've got a line of redstone and repeaters going back far, far, far away, and I'm hoping I went far enough. I'm not really sure if I went far enough. So I've got a bunch of signs, and this is what we're going to do. So this is the typical dragon egg bedrock busting method. So we'll place a sign here, and then we'll kind of just do a 3 by 5 area, which is directly below the portals. I had F3G turned on so that we can see the chunks. It's an easy way to kind of figure out how far you are because it automatically counts 16. And I was putting a repeater at the front of the chunk going in so that I didn't have to count the number of redstone. I just put one there, and I know this is 15, and that's how much a repeater can go, and blah, 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 blah. So F3G will turn that off because it's kind of annoying. So, yes, signs placed like so, with random characters put on, because, you know, that's what happens. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, DW. How many signs in all of the Minecraft servers have DW on them, I wonder? So there, and there, and there, and then one more over here, W. And on this side, do the same thing. So I've done breaking bedrock like 1 by 1s, just like one hole. But this is the first time that I actually do a whole bunch of them. So I duped some dragon eggs. Shh, don't tell anybody. And we'll place those on the signs. Can I walk on the signs? No, I can't. How am I going to do this properly? I'll get some blocks out so I don't mess this up. Yes. So can I place one there? I ended up placing it on the side of the sign, didn't I? I have to place it there? Yes. And there. Yes. And there. Okay. I'm going to need to borrow the piston. That's annoying. Alright. I'll fix this and I'll be back when I've got all the eggs, and then we'll try it together. Okay, so I've got a 3x5 nest, I guess, of eggs. Oh no! What have I done? How did I do that? So I did that, but I forgot that this extends by 1. Ah, crap. Alright, let me fix this and I'll be right back. Okay, fixed. So what I ended up doing is I put torches under here, broke the signs, the eggs fell and broke on the torches, picked up the eggs, and then I did this. One egg goes on top of the piston, then I put a sign on attached to this sign, and the same thing on the other side, and then just place the eggs on top of that. So we are going to fly this way at the end of this line. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Think that worked? Let's go see. Oh, I ended up turning it on again. Fly, you fools! Okay. Oh, that's weird. They're all still there. Must have forgotten a redstone somewhere. Right there. Okay. So, fly back. Fly back. Turn off that lever. Go fix that. Go back. Try it again. Take 2. I hope that worked. Oh, yeah. Sweet. All the signs are busted and all the eggs are in the bedrock. Cool. So, I'll go down the next 4 layers and make sure all the bedrock is gone, and then I'll meet you back to finish building this guy. And done. So I've got rid of the last 4 layers. I've got a little terracotta staircase, spiral staircase going down there. So I'll get this shulker box out and we'll get some obsidian and keep building this. So like I said, that's 139 and then we go down to 117. So I think we can just kind of... Oh, that's the wrong one. Nope, something else goes there. Something else that you will see later on goes there. So let's go down to 117 and see how far this goes. Should be right about here, I think. Let's take a look. 118 looking at 117. So it's this block right here. There, 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 and there. How wide is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that only 4? Oh, because all this stuff can go. Ah. Oh, here. Up to there. Then all the way up. So I'll fill this in and then we'll be ready for the next step, which involves these things. So I think I'm going to need more of netherrack. So I'm just going to put this on here. And once I'm done putting it on the nether portal and the overworld portal, we'll light up all the portals and then I'll show you something pretty cool. So we're going to start putting these here. This is going to be a long process, I think. So so basically I'm just putting this where the portal blocks are going to be. Once you light the portal, there'll be portal blocks here, and then between the 2 portals are cobwebs. Can you... Do you think you can guess what's going on here? Maybe you've seen it before, but I certainly hadn't seen it, and until I actually built this in Creative and tried it out, I was quite surprised that it worked, especially with this going on. So I'll finish putting them on the nether portal, finish putting them on the overworld portal, and then I'll show you what this is all about. Okay, so I'm here in the overworld. All the portals are lit. I made some room down here so that we don't crash and burn when you come out of here, and I'm about to test this out. Couple of people on the servers have already tried this out with varying degrees of success, but I'm going to show you what it's all about. So, if we fly, try to take off here, and let's go a little bit this way. Now, if we fly in the top of this portal at a pretty decent speed, but not too fast, just a nice gliding pace, when we come out, we're still flying, and we're at the top of the nether. And if we do the same thing and fly into this portal, we'll pop out on this side. And we're still flying. Now here's the really cool part. If I fly into the bottom of the portal, I end up in the bottom of the nether. Now that time I did hit the ground a little bit, so I stopped flying, but typically if you hit it a little bit further up... Uh-oh. If you hit a little bit further up, you'll... Ouch. you'll end up flying out of it. But I think using it to go into the bottom of the nether is probably not that useful, since a normal portal can already do that, and flying in the bottom of the nether isn't really ideal. But I think the cool part is flying into the top of this portal and being able to fly into the top of the nether. So this is the first one on the server, but if you build another set of these, say 10,000 blocks away in the overworld, that's really only, what is it, like 1,500 or 1,600 blocks away in the nether, which means you could light the way to another one of these. Say, fly around here from spawn. Say we're coming in from spawn. Fly this way. We'll have like flying holding patterns and stuff, and routes. Then you'd fly into one of these. Ouch. And then, knowing which way you're going, you just fly out and fly 1,000 blocks this way. I mean, 1,000 blocks in the nether's nothing, especially when you're flying in the top. And then I'll just turn around and pretend that we got to the second one. And then as soon as you get to the next one, you can just fly right into it. Oh, am I lost? I might be lost. Well, there's something to say about lighting these up and making like a trail of torches or something. So that's what I wanted to show you. And building them is really easy. There's no, the hardest part is I'm gonna die, am I? The hardest part is breaking the bedrock. Ouch. Oh no. Oh no. And he has armor. And there's 3 of them. Okay. I've recovered from that. I hope you liked this episode. It wasn't all in one take. There's a lot of editing involved, and it's a lot more fun to actually record an episode over multiple days and kind of edit it all together. I think what I came up with is pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if you agree, and let me know if you build it on your server and if it works on yours. Come up with little extra things. I mean, you can always put a beacon in the middle, and I think next episode I'll pretty up the one that we built, and I'll build another one further away, and then we can test that out. But there's a couple extra things that you can do. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.